Whether it's a decision to say yes to a new career opportunity, to move to a different state, to marry someone, to have children. Some decisions in life completely change your path, your income, your relationships, your mindset. Over the past 5 years, I've made 5 decisions that shaped who I am today, both financially and spiritually. These are the decisions that I would have made again if I had to restart. So in this video, I'm sharing the 5 decisions that changed my life forever, and why these decisions were so valuable and pivotal in my life, and also the powerful money lessons that came with them. So decision number 1, starting my own business. Starting my own business was one of the easiest, yet the most important decisions in my life. It all began with wanting to become a mom and knowing that I will want to spend more time with my baby. So I sat down and I asked myself, how can I earn more money while staying at home? What will my dream day look like? Where would I live? What's the ultimate lifestyle I want to have? So that vision was the goal. Now, how can I get there? Is the thing that I'm doing now slowing me down or moving me forward to reach that goal? And when I looked at that vision, I realized something. The 9-to-5 job wouldn't give me the time freedom that I wanted. Also, there was a cap on how much money I could earn. I could climb a corporate ladder and sure, earn more and more money, but there would always be a cap on how much money I could earn. Even if I climbed the ladder, I wouldn't be able to stay home. I would have to always work. So that lifestyle wouldn't enable me to stay home with my baby and earn unlimited amounts of money. I would always be trading time for money. I would spend 8 hours at work, be exhausted, come back home and play maybe 1 or 2 hours with my baby before putting him to bed. I would miss soccer games, play dates. I would say no to expensive family vacations, and I would miss the important milestones of my baby. So that's when entrepreneurship became the obvious path. Yes, it comes with more responsibility. You are fully in charge of your income, of generating profits, of your success. The setup takes more time at the beginning, but it also comes with unlimited potential to earn money. The more value you give, the more you earn. And also, I won't be trading my time for money. I could achieve a level of time freedom. I could create a team. I could delegate. I could hire assistants. And also, I can choose the business model that is less dependent on me. And that freedom, this is unmatched. It wasn't easy, especially at the beginning. You have to set up everything to get the ball rolling. And that's why a lot of people give up at the beginning. The road was difficult, it was rough and full of obstacles. But once I figured out what worked, it paid off. I can stay home with my baby. I don't have to stress about paying bills. I paid off my debt. Also, I can now travel anywhere in the world and take 5 times the vacations per year. Entrepreneurship gave me that freedom. It's a great opportunity. For the first year, I reinvested every dollar that my business earned back into my business. But then I realized something, that I need to take some profits off and invest them personally. And I will talk about this later on also, but that decision created the foundation for my financial freedom. Decision number 2, traveling the world. Thanks to my new online business, I had the freedom to travel. Together with my husband and my baby, we traveled to 7 new countries. That experience opened my eyes. I learned about different cultures. I saw how differently people think, live and work. I witnessed real poverty, and that motivates me until today to have more success, to be able to give back. I also witnessed real joy. I saw how people that have really low amount of money They are more happy than those that have everything. That contrast taught me that money doesn't make you happy. It's not about what you have, it's about how you live, how you are connected to people and purpose. When you go to these countries where people have very little, yet they smile, they dance, they laugh, you realize that it's not about the possessions you have, it's the attachment to it. Because we get way too attached to the possessions that we have. We are overvaluing them. Those people that don't have a lot, they are enjoying life. They are making the most with what they have. Travel also helped me to get comfortable with uncertainty. Having your own business comes with a lot of uncertainty, and you have to be prepared to live with that uncertainty. And traveling with my laptop, with my baby, with my husband, this taught me the important lesson of thriving wherever I am. And that lesson was invaluable for me. Decision number 3, choosing my life partner. The person you choose to spend your life with is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. With who you spend your time with is who you become. Falling in love is easy, but building a life together, it takes more than love. It takes alignment. You need to be aligned with your partner. You need to know your core values, things like whether you want to have kids, your growth mindset, your health priorities, your faith. And these core values need to be aligned with your partner's core values. I'm not saying all the values, but the most important ones, because it will be much easier to spend the life with that person if your core values are aligned. For example, the decision to have kids. If your partner doesn't want to have kids and you want to have kids, then sure, at the beginning you will probably not plan to have kids, but then later on in life you will want to have kids and your partner won't, and that will surely create some friction between the two of you. Also, when one is into personal growth and the other isn't, one wants to read more books about personal development, want to grow spiritually and financially, and the other person just don't want to grow. That can become a friction also. For example, if your partner is religious and you are not, your partner will want to go every Sunday to church. And then when you have kids, your partner will want to raise them in his faith, right? So that also can become a friction. That's why it's really important to have those core values aligned. My husband and I were aligned on those big things from the beginning. And that was what made our relationship smooth and supportive. We are both into personal development, so we both grow together. You are going to grow. The question is, will you grow together or apart? Decision number 4, investing my earnings. That was a big turning point. So after my business started earning money, in the first year I reinvested my profits back into my business. But then I had all these profits saved up in a savings account. And I realized that with inflation, this money will become less and less. Sure, you need to save some portion of money, but not all profits. So I looked at what the ultra wealthy are doing. They are investing their money. So I needed to make a change. I needed to learn how to invest my money to be able to reach the financial freedom that I wanted. I needed to make my money work for me. So I learned how to invest. I educated myself about the stock market, about the asset allocation, about diversification, about the different stocks, about ETFs, about the dividend paying stocks, about gold, about crypto. It was overwhelming at first. It was a lot to learn, but I refused to use the I don't know how as an excuse. Now my investments are starting to provide me passive income, mainly dividends. It's the most passive income stream I have. That wouldn't have happened if I waited until I had enough money. I started small. I built a habit, and that habit became the wealth. So open up a brokerage account, have that set up. I use interactive brokers, and then invest money monthly, a selected portion of money. Also have some money set aside for some events like a market crash, and that's usually an opportunity where you can buy some stocks on a sale for a really low price. If you want me to create a video of how I use interactive brokers to invest my money and how I buy the stocks and ETFs, then just let me know in the comments. Okay, some bonus decision that I've made. So right now I am living in Europe, and I realized that I pay half of my income in taxes. So I am now thinking of moving into Panama, where I will pay much less in taxes, and I can save that money to, for example, build my dream home. Okay, so the decision number 5, committing to personal growth and spiritual development. This final decision changed everything. Personal growth gave me the tools to become aware of my patterns, of my limiting beliefs, and how I can overcome them. It helped me show up better in business, in relationships, in life. I also realized that we are programmed from the beginning. We are programmed by our parents, by the classmates at school, by the colleagues at work. And I realized that this programming sometimes stops me from having more, from reaching my goals. So I needed to deprogram that, and thanks to that I now live a more fulfilled life and I achieve things that I want. Eventually the journey deepened into spirituality. I realized that we are not here to just collect achievements or money. Fulfillment comes from the within, by reconnecting with who you truly are. That awareness brought peace. I stopped chasing and I finally started being. And I've never felt more free. These 5 decisions completely changed my life, and they continue to shape my future. I hope those decisions will inspire you to reflect on your choices in your own journey. Let me know in the comments which decisions resonated most with you. I always read everyone. And if you've made a life-changing decision, share that. I would love to hear it. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.